Hello, I am Dan Stapleton, and I'm here with Ananda Gupta, the lead designer of XCOM Enemy Within at Firaxis.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and I'm pretty excited today because you're going to show off some of the strategy layer gameplay.
Yes.
Which I'm very much looking forward to seeing what you've done with the place. It's like that for me was kind of a little bit more shallow than I would have absolutely loved in Enemy Unknown, but relative to the original XCOM UFO Defense. A little bit more guided, a little bit more linear.
This is definitely a step towards a more free play. A little bit. The player definitely has more tempo control in XCOM Enemy Within. You're about to see why. So why don't you fire it up? Start
do it.
and we'll. I mean, you could hit exit to desktop, but I don't think any of us wants that.
It's a little bit less exciting. So what's the Latin here?
Bellator and Machina is Warrior in the Machine. It's a reference to your cybernetic lab and your mech troopers, and then Mutaria Custodium is changed to Protect, which is for your genetics guys. All right, so here you're in the base, and because this is a demo, we've kind of blocked off a few things. But if you just go into Mission Control,
Dope.
and scan for a little bit.
All right. So it looks like you've already lost a country there.
Commander, our intelligence sources indicate that a previously unknown organization is attempting to undermine XCOM field operations. We believe this group harbors some misguided sympathies for the invaders and is intent on acquiring alien technology and artifacts critical to your efforts. Early reports indicate this organization calls itself Exalt. We trust you will isolate the source of this new threat and eliminate it.
Commander, the Council has provided some additional resources to help us deal with these traitors. We can begin scanning for additional Exalt cell locations and launch covert operations to disrupt their activity via the Situation Room.
Well, that's interesting. So that's something you haven't talked about at all yet, which is I guess this is a human sympathizer organization.
Yes, so this is Exalt. Exalt is the new threat that we have added to XCOM in Enemy Within. It is a paramilitary secret society, and the way I sum them up is that some people reacted to the alien invasion with fear and with terror. Some people reacted with resolve. That's you, the commander of XCOM, and the Council. And some people reacted to say their moment has come, right? Exalt does not work with the aliens, but nor do they oppose the aliens' plan of genetically perfecting humanity. And like XCOM, they see tremendous use in the aliens' artifacts that the aliens are peppering the globe with as they conduct this campaign. But Exalt, while XCOM seeks to use these artifacts to defeat the aliens, Exalt seeks to use these artifacts to enrich and empower itself, so that they will end up in the strongest position once the aliens have departed.
So is this more or less a three-way struggle for control of the globe now?
Exalt and the aliens. Exalt tries very hard to steer clear of the aliens. So it is really not a three-way struggle. It is more of a one. It is a 2v1 for XCOM, and a 1v1 for the others.
Right.
So as you can see here, Exalt can carry out operations against XCOM. In this case, it's a propaganda operation. Propaganda is a panic-increasing operation, in this case in South Africa. And if you go to the Situation Room, which we let you do directly from an Exalt operation, we've introduced a new idea to XCOM, which is that of covert operations. This is how you will make war against and hopefully ultimately defeat Exalt.
All right.
So the first thing to note, there are several things to note here, but one is that you're in a special layer. You're in the Covert Ops layer in the Situation Room. And here you can see that there's an active cell in South Africa. That's because whenever an Exalt cell carries out an operation against XCOM, it reveals itself. But you have an intel scan option as well in the upper right. The intel scan will let you scan the globe for additional Exalt cells. So go ahead and press that if you like. Notice it costs money.
All right.
Intel scan complete. Positive ID on Exalt cell location.
And you've revealed a second Exalt cell that was hidden in India. Now, this is something where only hidden Exalt cells can carry out operations. So by conducting an intel scan, you've been able, you will have at least postponed the ability of these of the India cell to carry out an operation against you, because it has to hide itself first, which takes it time. Exalt, the Covert Ops system here is a little bit more free form than the strategy layer in Enemy Unknown. Here, these cells, Exalt will place these cells throughout the world on a sort of its own timetable, and it's up to the player to decide, will I react only when they carry out operations against me, or will I use intel scans to reveal them proactively and go after them before they can even hurt me.
And so the incentive there is to spend money so they cannot cause panic?
Yeah, well, panic is just one of the things they can do. They can also carry out an operation called sabotage, which attacks your money supply. So that's another thing. And the other thing they can do is they can do research hack. Research hack undoes your current research project's progress.
Okay.
So there are a lot of ways in which Exalt can really carry things, can really make a pain of itself.
They're griefers.
Yes, they are griefing you, and although they'll do more than grief you if you go after them, they will. You're about to find out. I think we'll see how you do. But
so this does seem to be a little bit like the original XCOM's alien base mechanic.
Very much so.
Where you have to discover where they are, and they are out there causing problems in the area they are in.
And it's up to you. So they will obviously when they take these active operations against XCOM, what you just saw, the propaganda op, that's like them saying, "Hey, we're here, but we just had a big effect." Mm-hmm. When they're hidden, they will still have an effect, a smaller effect on panic. They can magnify bad panic events, and so forth. But they won't do anything on their own. So, for example, if you turn down an abduction in Africa and there's an African country with an Exalt cell in it, then the increased panic from that decision will be further increased.
Right.
But they won't. It took that additional stimulus for the Exalt cell to have an effect. For them to have a direct effect, they carry out operations.
All right.
And yes, it is possible for players to deduce from panic levels that an Exalt cell may be lurking somewhere. Again, it's a little bit similar, as you said, to the alien base mechanic in the original game. And okay, so now you can do something about this. You can pick one of those countries to go after.
All right. South Africa looks like it's in more trouble, so let's go there.
All right. So now you must select one of your soldiers for covert ops duty.
Oh, so it's a one-man job.
For the moment.
All right. Covert ops are restricted to pistols. Okay, that's major. They are, So, what? Tell us a little bit more about what we're seeing here. Like, what are these limitations?
Some hints that we have for people to guide them in choosing covert operatives. Choosing of covert operatives is something that comes with some practice and some familiarity with covert ops. In particular, certain class abilities and certain gene mods will be very useful. You'll notice mech troopers are ineligible for covert ops duty for what should be obvious reasons.
They don't step lightly.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they don't exactly blend into the crowd. And so this is something to help people pick a covert operative. Covert operatives they will never be on their own completely, but they definitely play an important role. So go ahead and click continue, and you can see the new covert ops uniform that XCOM's got access to.
Yeah, he's got a whole new pose for the pistol there. I guess that's the same laser pistol as before, but just held up in a way they never did in the screen.
Yes, held up in a sufficiently secret agent kind of manner. And so go ahead and you can pick any soldier you want, with the exception again of heavies and mech troopers.
I think I like the guy with the laser pistol. But yeah, he's got better aim than anybody else here so far.
So send your most senior sniper out on covert ops duty.
All right, and I guess he doesn't have the pistol upgrade though.
He does not have gunslinger. It's true. Gunslinger is very useful for covert operatives.
All right. Well,
this guy does not have it.
All right. Well, let's see what he's got though. Yeah.
So he's still sniper. He still has all of his original abilities.
All right.
You can change his loadout if you want.
So no armor, no.
No, he has no armor.
All right.
He has no armor, so he will be a little more vulnerable.
Okay, but you can't take
might not be a bad pick, or you could put a nanofiber vest on under his jacket. Yes.
And the gas grenade sounds appealing as well for
you can read the info
stealth.
card on the gas grenade if you want.
So that's a poison gas. So that's basically just like
It's
as though a thin man exploded.
It is giving the thin men back. It is giving back some of the goodness that you endured in Enemy Unknown.
And the ghost grenade, can I use that on myself?
You must use it. I mean, you don't have to use it on literally yourself, but you must. It is a grenade that affects friendly units.
Right.
Whether it's the thrower or someone else, but yes, it's temporary stealth.
Now, for a covert ops mission, that sounds like it might be handy. So I think I'll take that.
Might very well.
And we've just got the 2 pistols to choose from. I think that's a no-brainer. All right.
So then you have your send operative on mission.
Operative.
Okay, so he has been dispatched down to South Africa. And now, if you back out to the main view, he's going to need some time to carry out this operation and sniff out the cell.
Oh, okay. So it's not actually a mission that I play myself.
Not yet.
Okay.
He needs some time to get the intel that will allow the cell to be dispersed. Okay, so now he needs help.
Okay.
He is ready for extraction.
But so while I've put him on that mission, he is unavailable to go on other tactical missions.
Indeed.
All
Indeed
right.
he is. He is unavailable. And so that also affects the decision.
Right,
Do you
and-
send your best troops out on covert ops duty, or but with the risk that there's going to be a terror mission while he's undercover.
Right. And this is another thing where if I don't send a squad to help him right now, he's done.
Yes, if you don't extract him, then Exalt will find him and you'll never hear from him again.
All right.
So, covert data recovery. So this is, you can read this, but the covert operative has finished setting up an encoder and a transmitter, which are intelligence assets that in this new mission type you will need to protect. But Exalt is inbound, so you need to protect them by eliminating all Exalt forces that come in to assault them. And now you have
We look forward to
a combat
seeing
squad, which will come in.
I like this this little tweak here to the UI where it shows me what equipment is actually on each of these guys.
Yes, and you can also see something we've talked about before, which is that Make Items Available button down there. This flushes gear from anybody who's not standing in this lineup.
Right.
And not your covert operative, of course. Making gear easier to find.
Right. So I no longer have to go look through my entire lineup and see who's
Yeah,
wearing
oh
the
God, who
armor.
did I give the arc thrower to?
Right.
Now
Now,
you just hit that.
Looks like the guns are now showing color customization as well.
Yes, weapons now accept the tinting
Interesting.
customization options. So that is new to enemy within.
Any other little tweaks that I should notice here?
You've already seen the Gene Mod armor, I believe.
That's over here.
Yep, and that has its own customization and deco options. If you want to go in for her,
Absolutely.
you can see her armor tints and decos in a way that is consistent with, but unique to the new armor.
Oh, there are 8 of them. That's a lot of different looks.
Yeah, we definitely wanted to give the genetic modification armors the same level of support. There's also new tint colors. We had just a few, but if you go down to the bottom, we added I think 3 new colors in there.
Yeah, it's quite a list.
Yeah,
Do you guys have any data on like which ones are used most often and most frequently?
No, but we can guess.
All right. Well, let's there's a covert mission. Let's go black.
All right.
Oh, do you guys have like a bunch more helmets and hairstyles?
Yeah. You should be able to see.
Very nice.
Did you recognize that?
Is that from Carter?
That is Carter's fedora.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that there haven't been just a steady influx of new hats and hairstyles. I mean, have you learned nothing from Teen Fortress?
Well, we definitely wanted to. I mean, we've included them with every downloadable that we've done. So Slingshot and Elite Soldier Pack. Oh, you left her in the fedora. Very nice.
May as well go with the best option available. Are there any new decos for? I guess this guy doesn't have any available.
That's weird.
But he should, right? Because he should have like the ones available
Yeah, you should
from.
have the Kevlar decos. You know what? This account probably doesn't have DLC.
Okay. Doesn't have Slingshot.
It doesn't have the DLC entitlements.
All right. Well, in that case, I guess let's take a look at what he's got here. So we don't have any new like laser or ballistic weapons, right?
Well, patience.
All right. Guess I may as well give him a laser rifle or laser pistol because
No reason not to.
assault guys can get into some situations where that is helpful. Well, the assault guy got it. All right. So I don't want to spend too much time on this screen.
That's fine.
Let's rush headlong into danger.
I always like talking about the all the little stuff that we've done to enhance the experience. make it, make the getting into the mission smoother and more fun.
So this is Operation Frozen Throne. Do you have any
Frozen
new?
Thorn.
Oh, Thorn.
Thorn.
Whoops.
I beg your pardon.
My mistake. Do you have any crazy new options in there? Have you filled out that list some more?
That was kind of Jake's. That was one of Jake's babies. I didn't want to touch it too much. so I wouldn't. I didn't want to risk sort of demetalizing the mission names.
Fair enough. So prevent Exalt from hacking our encoder. So it's a defense mission. You've never had a defense mission before, have you?
Nope. This is a completely new mission type.
Interesting. If that fails, protect the data transmitter until the forces are eliminated.
Yeah. So you have two shots basically.
Right.
You can stop them from getting the encoder, but if you mess that up, then you still can protect the transmitter, and you'll be good.
So I guess we have no.
This is one of our new rope entry scenes.
We have no mech troopers on this mission.
No, I decided not to give you mechs in this demo.
You jerk. All right, well.
The encoder is currently shielding our transmitter's position, but if Exalt manages to hack the encoder, they'll be able to locate the transmitter. If they hack both, any hope we had of recovering the data intact will be lost. New objective received.
All right, so you've got the encoder on that far end of the map there. That's the transmitter. You don't have to worry about the transmitter just yet, but you'll notice your operative is on site.
So do I have control over him now?
You do.
All right, but he only has the pistol.
He only has the pistol. But he's very glad to see you.
All right. But this would be my incentive to send a lower level operative on the discovery mission, so that I could actually use all of his abilities when I actually go and retrieve it.
I'm not sure. It depends. I think there's room for style there. There are certain classes who have high-level abilities that are very valuable as covert operatives. Sniper actually is one of them with low profile. The covert operative sniper at high rank, of course, can take full cover in any cover using low profile. And
does that play into like their how long it takes them to discover where the base is or anything like that?
It doesn't because that was something that we tried that, and that was something that felt like we were sort of more sending a high-ranking guy felt more like a force. It felt forced. And of course, I must point out this is one of our new maps.
Yeah. I don't recognize this one, but we've never seen any of this gear before either. These gadgets. So they're gonna try and capture this one first, right?
Yes. And as you can see from the objectives, you have to protect those capture areas. Now, the one around the transmitter is not active yet because Exalt doesn't know about the transmitter right now. But if they hack the encoder, they'll know where to go.
Right.
So the capture area up there is for the encoder.
So how long? I guess it says I've got 3 turns. They have to be. They have to be
in that capture area for 3 turns without any of you being in it.
Okay.
That third objective points out that if you are in the capture zone, then you will block hack attempts. So the best is that no Exalt guys are in there. Second best is that both of you are in there, and the worst is that only they are in there.
Right. So I'm not being super cautious here, just because
And yet, nonetheless, you're making very slow progress towards the encoder capture area. One might think you were going to write it off.
Well, I didn't want to rush out there the first turn because I didn't know how aggressive you were going to be about placing one of your new enemies around.
That's fair. This is
So that's a new visual there for
the visual is not new, but the sound is. That visual is the same audio directional.
Didn't it used to be orange?
Don't think so.
Okay.
You know what? Maybe it did, and we changed it because the meld directional is in the is orange.
Oh, okay.
So you're right. We may have changed it. Good catch.
So I haven't seen any Exalt yet.
No, not yet.
Commander,
oh, there we go.
Forces are in position to hack the encoder. If we don't secure that equipment, they'll be able to locate.
So somebody's in there. You don't know who. You don't have line of sight. Oh,
here we go.
Somebody.
Inbound on Strike 1's position. Enemy reinforcements are closing in.
So probably don't want to use him in a toe-to-toe confrontation.
No.
So I will send over somebody a little bit better equipped. Let's see if I can get him to walk into an ambush. Oh, here we go. Huh. They have very colorful bandanas.
Well, what other color could they be? But
All right, so these guys they're just straight up humans. Are they going to get mechs and genetically enhanced soldiers as well?
later they will get gene modded guys, and they will have better equipment,
But no mechs.
but not us. Oh,
Oh, that's gonna explode.
yes, it sure is.
All right, what's this?
That is one of the Exalt com arrays that's mentioned in your objectives and in the briefing. That's the covert operative can hack that and cause disruption among the Exalt forces.
And how will that disruption manifest?
Basically, all their weapons jam.
Okay.
So they have to spend a turn not attacking you with their standard weapons. Many people have hacked com array and then gotten a grenade. So Exalt will make do.
Let's
where
see.
it's necessary.
I'm gonna try out this this stealth grenade.
All right.
And so I noticed that you've got this this nifty effect that when somebody is within the bubble, they light up.
Yes. This was to help people aim AOE abilities better.
So I don't want these guys to get. Oh, how come he didn't? Oh, there he goes. Okay.
He just has to go back to his pose.
All right. All right. Well, I think I will send these guys into battle as well. Set him up where she can nuke them if need be.
A nuking strategy is never a bad call.
Is there any value to capturing these guys alive?
They will not let themselves be taken alive.
Interesting.
If you arc throw one of them, the results will be simultaneously disappointing and disquieting.
They've got some kind of suicide equipment.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Bet the aliens wish they thought of that.
And that wouldn't have occurred to the aliens.
All right, my sniper is not being useful right now. It's not a very sniper-friendly layout.
The interior is not, but the other side is.
All right. Well, this guy does have squad sight, does he not? If not, that was a egregious oversight on my part. He
No,
does not.
He's a squatty. He has
Oops. Well, I guess charge him into the fray with everybody else. I really shouldn't have sent that other guy, huh?
All right, so you'll notice the encoder time decremented by 1
Right.
because they had exclusive control for 1 turn.
And can the encoder be destroyed if I fire a rocket at this? Is that going to cause a problem?
Yes, it will.
Oh. So
We will give you a friendly fire warning. But
okay. That's right. Huddle all around my exploding car.
yeah, and use the medkit on him.
Oh, and they can heal each other. Yeah.
Yes, they can. That is an Exalt. The guy that ran up to him was an Exalt medic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So this is going to be much more similar to multiplayer, basically, than previous XCOM has been.
Uh-oh, and he returns the favor.
Oh,
Oh no,
smoke
he smoke
grenade.
protects everyone. That won't help against an exploding car, but
Or a rocket.
war rocket.
Got 2 of them.
Go, yeah.
All right. Well, this is going well.
Yes, it is.
Let's see what we can do here. Whoops. I like the new fade effect, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I'll tell Jeremy Schopf, our graphics lead, about that. He will be gratified.
Let's see. So I don't want to blow up this car, because if I blow up the car, it'll blow that up, right?
Highly likely.
All right. So I'm going to place my shot carefully.
Yes. And then it'll have a 90% chance of not screwing you.
Yeah. Oh, what could possibly go wrong?
There you go.
Yeah. Killed 3 of the 4 of them.
Yeah. Dan's shown us how it's done.
So far, my luck is holding. What difficulty level are we on here, by the way? Oh, okay.
I wasn't going to tell you.
I'm slumming it. All right, so this guy I think I will send out here to try and get, try and figure out what this thing does.
Well, he can't do anything with it.
Well,
it has to be a covert operative.
Right, but he's too far away, so I'm just gonna move this guy up.
It is full cover.
Yeah. Yeah. Even more of them. So, like, these guys obviously moved even before I had discovered them because they had to go and capture the objective. Is everyone else moving around, moving and shaking?
There is more off-map movement or out-of-sight movement going on in covert operations than we've had before. But in this case, I do believe that, remember those first 2 turns where we saw Exalt turns where nothing appeared to be happening? That was people moving to capture.
Okay. They should be able to temporarily disrupt the enemy's comm network.
Alright, let's see. This guy, may as well run him up and do some running gun damage. And probably finish this guy off.
The smoke will make it harder, but shotgun can hit.
Actually, maybe I'll see if... What's my... I'm not even hitting that guy.
Yeah, the low hit chances because of the smoke.
Right. What else we got?
We definitely put in a new layer of squad tactics for the for Exalt. Exalt uses their abilities in some fun ways that we hope players will enjoy solving.
Actually, let's see. Can I smoke grenade
Smoke
this
yourself
guy?
or smoke him.
Yeah, he's awfully exposed there, even in his full cover. A little bit worried about him because he doesn't have any armor.
Clouds away.
All right. Now, see about... Maybe I'll see if I can take some... Well, no, I'm going to get flanked if I do that. It's a terrible idea. Maybe I'll just...
We must do something.
Yeah.
This is something. Clearly, we must do this.
I'm just going to switch to shotgun and overwatch him.
Commander, Exalt almost has control of the encoder. If we don't stop them now, they'll be able to locate the transmitter.
So that's a pretty small window to get... Oh, that's no good.
Yeah, he noticed he has a low hit chance as well.
Yowza. Okay.
And you have learned lesson 1 of fighting Exalt. When there are heavies in the AO, be careful about taking cover behind cars.
Yeah, that was not a good result for me there. I can see this one potentially going badly.
Going south?
So if I lose this encoder here, how bad is that for me? I mean, do I get a better result if I prevent them from taking it?
You do get a better result if you protect everything. You get more money at the end of this mission.
Okay.
If you were able to successfully defend both. I think I think you get an achievement the first time you do it as well.
Oh, I forgot about that guy. That guy was the first one I spotted, and I completely forgot he was there.
Yes. Exalt snipers are very patient.
Right.
Oh, and there's a med kit.
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of them too.
Yes. They are fighting for their survival and for their and for the power that they expect. They're all in here.
Huh. And they're dropping in more.
Yeah, and we added a helicopter sound there too.
Nice. Okay, well, this landscape has changed a little bit here, hasn't it? But this guy can now
hack that comm array, and that's not a bad call this time.
Communications are down. That should keep Exalt busy for a while.
So now they cannot fire this turn, is that right?
They cannot fire their guns.
Okay.
Now, of course, now you know, and that guy's already used his rocket. So you might expect grenades, or if there's a heavy that you haven't seen yet. But again, but Exalt heavies have the same result. They have the same restriction that yours do, which is they can't move and fire their rockets. So if you can't see him, you probably don't have to worry about a heavy right this turn.
All right. Well, I think I need to thin their ranks a little bit.
Why is he so low? Why is that guy only a 30? Can you shot HUD him for me? Oh, okay. So just high cover and 70 aim.
All right. Well, I think. Oops. I think my best shot here is probably going to be to kill one of the injured guys. But that sniper could be a problem too.
Oh, surely not.
Yeah, not used to fighting such a versatile group. Like they have a much wider range of equipment available. It seems.
Yes, they are. They are a big threat, to be sure. They're obviously strategically their weakness is that they. There you go.
There we go.
Their weakness is that they don't tech up as quickly as you do potentially. So you will have a chance to outgear them.
No cover there anymore, huh? Oh, I guess it's just exposed to somebody. Alright, well. I'll bring this guy back here so we can do it again next turn.
It's potentially not a bad idea.
At this point, them shooting at me less is a very good thing. I don't think I'm going to be able to protect that. I think I'm going to lose it.
You might have to. It might be time to cut bait on it.
Cut bait?
Cut bait. Give up on it.
Yeah, okay. Oh, right. Fishing.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Alright, well. Let's see if I can... Maybe I can get 2 of them with a grenade, but I don't think so. So if I...
Not quite.
no, but if I do that, I'll blow the car and him, and I'm going to lose that thing anyway.
Now, but the car might not go up until next turn. Remember, grenade damage doesn't usually set the car off right away.
Yeah, but why not?
Who can argue with that?
I also want to want their sniper as inaccurate as possible. There, we've got a flanking shot.
Oh, I detected
Very
a
nice.
crit.
Alright.
Yeah.
Doing
Nice,
much better this
nice
time.
crit there.
But there's still a guy up on the roof, isn't there?
Indeed. I believe there is.
I think this guy
There's a
might just...
medic.
This guy might just be best off overwatching from here. Since I've already written off the encoder.
Exalt has captured the encoder, which means they now know the transmitter's coordinates. We need to get strike one.
Provided they don't drop any random guys in over here, I should be okay.
They would never do that. Now that they know the transmitter is there. Why would their reinforcements come in closer to it?
Oh, that's no good. Oh, phew.
So he is.
He's a little dumb.
No, he's obsessed. He wants to start capping.
Okay.
They will sometimes do things that you're not used to. They will do something. They will do things they aren't used to because their goals are different.
Right. Aww. Stupid sniper. So you said you'd changed some things about the way reaction fire worked. At least for panicked.
Yes, friendly fire is much less likely.
Okay.
Friendly fire is much less likely now.
But reaction fire in general works the same way.
No, that's right. The covering fire perk has been improved so that it now preempts. No more encoder, but hardly matters at this point. So now you'll notice the transmitter has its own capture zone, which is now active.
Okay, so now they've got guys over here, though. That's a pain. What are your odds of killing this guy? 75, do a critical. Might kill him. Might also only wound him. But, so, I guess they don't have accuracy penalties unless you've got second wave enabled, huh?
Accuracy penalties.
For when they're wounded?
Oh, correct. That's right. That's second wave optional.
Well, this is disappointing.
Headshot is, let's see, against him, because he's a sniper,
Right.
and he has lower health than his Exalt friends.
Give it a shot.
Headshot is more likely
Yeah,
to kill him.
I think I got him.
Yeah, planted. That's good.
That sniper isn't entirely worthless. Alright, I'm going to disable their weapons again.
We've disrupted the enemy
So I do
communications
not
network.
want them
It'll
shooting
take
me.
some time for them to get it running again.
Oh, because he has no sniper rifle, he can't use his,
Right,
his
his squad
sight.
sight is active. It's giving him targets that he can't quite manage.
Lack of foresight on my part.
Well, if only this. I mean, it's like it's your first time or something.
Alright. Guess I can... But there's a guy over here, he's going to shoot me. That's no good.
He's not going to shoot you.
Oh, he can't shoot me, that's right.
His comms are host.
That is an excellent point.
He's through.
Alright. Yeah, thank you for reminding me that that I did that.
Anytime.
Alright, well those guys are going to take a little while to get to me at least, so I may as well come back here and make sure nobody messes with my stuff.
Okay.
Guess we could end up having some people coming in from the side, so I'm going to move her over here. Be ready for them. And you try not to get killed.
Yeah, now the operative survival is not essential on this mission type, but on the other Covert Ops mission type, which you did not roll.
Right.
Because you could have gotten one or two, and this is just that one you happened to get. The Covert Operative is essential to winning, and so you can't use the Covert Operative in Covert Data Extraction.
So there are two different types. How many different maps are there?
There are 10 of each, so we added a lot.
Exalt forces are in position to hack the
We added a lot of
We need to
Covert
stop them before they wipe our
Ops
data.
maps.
Right.
This was something where the level design team at Firaxis went completely above and beyond the Call of Duty. I remember asking for 4 of each. And later they told me, so how's 6 sound? I'm like, great. And then later, we might be able to do 10. I'm like, seriously?
And are those variations on maps that are used for regular missions?
A mixture. It's a mixture. Some of them are entirely new. Well, all of them can be seen as Covert Ops and something else. Some of them are repurposed from EW or from EU, and some of them are completely new. Some of them are just turned around and this and that. So there's definitely we definitely took a variety of approaches to.
All right.
Definitely took a variety of approaches to our Covert Ops maps, which I think turned out really well.
There are a lot of these guys.
Oh,
Worst sniper ever.
On my way.
yeah. Taking out the heavy's not a bad call.
He's down.
That's much better.
And now notice your capture area has gone back to green.
Yep.
Because Exalt no longer has a soldier inside it.
All right, well, now I
So
think
you
I'll
were-
use my running gun.
You
Make
were
sure
able,
I get
You
this
were
guy.
able to prevent
The counter from ticking.
the counter from ticking, that's right. We always give you a turn.
Right. So they can't just run in and like
And
get
immediately
it
notch
immediately.
it, yes. They have to have, you have to end a turn with with it being red. And then they will.
All right.
Okay.
Now, still have some problems over here. The sniper is not the best shot.
Yeah, dang these squaddies. So this mission, so this squad that you have, that's not a bad call. Look at that. Grenade on
Will this thing explode as well?
I don't think so.
Let's find out. Nope. Oh well.
So what you have in this situation is you have a squad with roughly appropriate, and he heals himself. You
Roughly
have a
appropriate.
squad with basically oh, here comes another heavy.
Oh, I got hollow targeted.
Yes, Exalt heavies have hollow targeting.
Yeah. So they have all the same abilities that I do.
Not all, but they have a number of similar abilities. That changes later in the game when they become elite Exalt. The Exalt elite operative, elite medic, elite sniper, elite heavy. They have gene mods that are a little further than even Dr. Valen would want to go.
Right.
So they have some gene mods that you don't have access to because they pass even Dr. Valen's sketchiness threshold, and that's saying something.
Well, I'm now in kind of a up a creek situation here. I'm getting surrounded.
And he's hollow targeted.
Yep. Let's see. This guy can't run and gun. This is not looking
He's
so
out of
hot.
ammo.
Yep.
Your heavy's out of ammo.
Yeah, and there are several more of them surrounding me here.
So maybe fall back into the room
Yep.
and reload.
Well, I've got this guy to deal with in the room, though.
He's a medic at least.
Headed there now.
Let's see. Reload.
Locked in.
And let's see. Got a laser pistol. Probably not enough to take him out.
Probably not.
And there was another Exalt over here, isn't there? Somewhere.
I don't remember. Why don't you go out and find out? That's probably
with my unloaded gun.
Yes, with your empty gun.
All right, yeah, you have to get the hell out of here. Which is a damn shame because I don't want to leave that guy alive. Actually, let's see what that's.
He has depth perception. That means he has the height advantage gene mod, which if you put him up on the roof might help. But I don't know. I don't remember if there's a good. Well,
no cover up there.
No cover up there, and up there up there would be moving in the wrong direction. So maybe not.
Come over here, put a little more distance, and then take a pistol shot, but still runs the risk of getting flanked by this guy next turn. Well, what the hell? Oh, reaction fire. Fun.
From the medic. Is the heavy going to get a shot too? No.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Ow. Yeah, well, people watching this will have much better luck than I do here, I think, just because they'll have a little bit better idea what to expect.
Oh, he got the crit pistol.
Still not enough.
You needed 4, yeah.
And hope for a critical hit here.
Crit would be great here.
Yeah, or a complete miss. That'd be good too.
A miss would be XCOM.
And he's not going for the flank, which I appreciate.
No, he's scared. He's healing himself.
They like to heal themselves, don't they?
They have field medic. So they got 3 shots in their medkits.
Yep. Still got that heavy out there. Hollow targeting me, and he still has a rocket.
Yes, he does.
Oof.
Wow, missed even with the hollow targeting.
Yep.
Another medic.
Man, there are a lot of these guys. Do you normally see a lot more of these?
Oh.
You see a lot more Exalt on
flank.
on a mission than typical alien mission.
On normal, yes. On classic, it's about equal. So on because the amount of Exalt is more fixed. On normal, you would be surprised by the number of aliens, but or by the number of Exalt relative to an abduction. But yeah, for a classic playthrough, you would expect to see about this many aliens, I think.
Oh, okay, phew. Nice. Yeah. I do appreciate the ragdoll physics in this game.
And they've changed a lot in Enemy Within. Enemy Within has we really put in more because we had to for the mech's kinetic strike module. We decided just to go all the way with it and put it on most of our attacks, and so we have some kind of cool new death behavior.
Yeah, it does make things little extra splash of variety, a little more rewarding.
Yeah.
Lots of problems here, and my soldier count is diminishing.
Yeah, it is heading in the wrong direction right now, but on the other hand, you have if you can manage this.
Oh, there's 2 of them. I was not anticipating that.
Including another heavy.
Yeah. Well.
Can you kill the heavy?
Probably.
That's the medic. Yeah, if you can one-shot the heavy.
That's risky.
Yeah, because if you don't kill him, then he's going to get healed.
Yep, and if I don't hit him with, if I don't
crit him,
then he's just going to blow me away.
On the other hand, you've only got 1 action left. I don't know. It's a tough call.
I'm going to retreat back here.
Safety is not a bad call either. But again, remember, heavy and rocket and car.
Yeah, but he can't see me right now.
That's true. That's true.
Yes, situation's getting a bit dire here, isn't it? this guy I can't necessarily kill either. But I guess with the laser pistol and the laser rifle, I might have a shot. But then I've got this guy to worry about.
Yeah, but he's outside.
Yeah, but he can just come
sure,
right here.
but he's further away from the cap area.
Right.
Well, the cap area may be at least of your worst at this point.
Yeah, I'm much more worried about just outright losing.
Just dying, yeah.
Because there are a lot more of them over here. And there were more than I expected down here. Well. Let's see. This guy, I think. No matter where he goes at this point, he's exposed. Unless I put him outside the door. But then there may be more guys out here.
Potentially, but she's got 2 actions, so you could compensate once you see what's going on out there.
Right, but then I don't get to shoot.
It's true.
Well, caution into the wind. I don't even have a shot on this guy? It's weird. Shouldn't I be able to shoot him?
I guess not.
Now I've only got a 30% shot at this guy, which, well, may as well take. Nope.
No rounds. Damn it, missed the target.
Well, now it's much worse. So, fall back a little bit here. Take what scraps I can get. That guy's toast. Well, you can always count on those guys to heal.
Medics like to heal.
Yeah, so they are very focused on that, aren't they?
Yes.
Oh, wow, he made it.
Whiff. Whiff.
Still alive.
And he's holo-targeted.
Yep.
Exalt having a bad dice day right now.
So are they approximate? Like what level character are they?
They're low rank. They're low rank XCOM, but with their aim stats are a little lower than you would expect from a regular XCOM. That's because there's so many of them.
Right.
That's to say on normal. That's true. On classic, the snipers in particular can get really hairy. She's out of ammo.
Yeah.
Reloaded.
Typical. Let's see. I spent my rocket early.
And to good effect.
Yeah. Well, let's see. This guy is a, what is he? Just a assault? Or no? Oops.
Those are both medics.
They're both medics. They brought a lot of band-aids.
Yeah, that hasn't made your job easier here. Like the Exalt lineup for each mission is of course somewhat random. It's mixed. You know, you're not going to see all of one or another. But yeah, this was a fairly medic-heavy lineup, so that is not what you were hoping for. I mean, on the other hand, they're all. I mean, heavy. You know, if it were all heavies, that would be
Arguably much worse.
yeah, it could be bad. Could be worse. I don't know. Well, that's a
little bit better.
that's
Takes
a,
some of the
that's a
pressure off.
crucial kill.
But still got these
Probably
guys.
gonna lose one turn this turn.
Yep.
Unless you move somebody in, but I don't think you want to do that.
No, that seems slightly suicidal.
Hopefully the medic won't kill you.
No, he did.
Okay, sorry about that. That was total jinx. Total jinx.
Well, let's see. I guess I gotta take a shot here, huh? Thin the herd. They like Charlie Brown's parents?
The incomprehensible speech.
Yep. Well, that's a little excessive. Oh, and she's panicked. And getting
And
reaction fired
heavy
on.
Overwatch. Oh. Oh.
Let's hope.
So far, every demo thus far, we can mark the moment where it goes completely south.
Not completely screwed yet. Just
No, you're not. You're
mostly.
not. But notice now, this medic smoke grenaded his friends in the capture zone to make them harder to kill.
And I'm severely wanting for firepower now. And he doesn't have lightning reflexes, I see. That's kind of satisfying.
I thought it might be.
All right.
So she could heal your heavy.
Yeah, it's
She has
true,
to move a
but
little
she
closer,
but she can't really get in there without exposing
Yeah,
herself.
Without being.
Um,
You can't really blow a hole in the wall to make an entrance.
Guess I can. So I've only got 3 guys left, huh?
Yeah.
One of them panicked. Guess I
I
can
think we're having some XCOM moments here.
That's affirmative.
come in here.
Block this. Goes for the block.
Let's see. Anyone?
Smoke is a problem.
Yeah. Well, I've got a pretty good shot at this guy,
The flank on
80%.
him is going to help.
But I'm more worried about guys out here, and the fact that I've got 4 people lining up shots on me is not good. Nice.
9-point crit, just when you needed it.
Yeah. Well, I needed it earlier.
Goes to yeah, true.
Incoming fire.
Okay, so hollow targeting on your heavy. So now it's yellow.
Yeah. Ooh, not so good. They don't seem to value cover all that much.
Some of them. So because they're going for a capture zone, that's correct. They value cover. Some of them, basically, the AI will pick a couple of them that it says, "Hey, you care less about cover this turn than about taking care of business."
Right. So it's they're very single-minded.
Sort of. I mean, it's a little bit like a player in that respect. I mean, it's certainly players, just like players can, on occasion, say, "You know what? I'm just going to get this shot,
Right.
no matter what it takes."
Ah. Oh, I should have grenaded him. That was dumb. Not a lot of heavy cover in here. I guess there's that.
Yeah, there's the transmitter itself. That's true. But of
Yes.
course, if you take cover behind it, you risk them shooting it.
Oh, okay. So they are content to destroy it.
Well, they're not, but if they're content to shoot you,
Right.
and if they should by accident miss you and shoot the heavy cover,
That's bad.
that's bad.
Nice. Yeah, she's mowing him down.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she can do it fast enough.
Heal yourself, maybe.
I don't know. I think
Who
I
do you
might.
have? You have that guy, and is there a heavy back there?
He's a assault and a heavy.
No, I mean an Exalt heavy.
Oh. I think
Who's
I
the
just
other?
killed
Who's-
the heavy.
Okay,
Is
Who's the other Exalt then?
he is.
No,
Oh,
that
he
is
is
a
also heavy. Yep.
That is a heavy.
Yep. I think I might go back here for heavy cover and take a shot at him.
Okay.
Yeah, you got a shot on it.
50-50. Yeah, okay.
6. Can't argue with 6.
Well, he's just going to heal himself, but that's better than him shooting me. Oh, regen health. Very nice.
That's right. You don't want to heal her to heal herself. She has adaptive bone marrow.
All right. So now, as long as this guy doesn't nuke me.
He can't. He has to move.
Oh, that's right.
Another heavy.
Jeez.
Incoming
I'm getting
fire.
lucky with the heavies though. They're not
Yeah.
they're not blasting me.
Reload.
Run away and then reload.
On the move. Ready to rock.
All right.
So you got one guy in the zone.
Yeah.
Capture zone.
I think I can afford to skip this one. Do I not have a flanking shot on this guy?
Yeah, that looks like a glitch on the tire rack.
Okay, well, let's grenade these guys then.
Sounds more like fixie fix.
And that gets rid of his cover, which hopefully will give me the shot I need here. Yeah, let's take him down. And did that knock him out? No, it didn't. But I think I can get rid of him this turn. Oh, another guy. Okay, that's fine. You do that.
Because you got your heavy.
But let's see. I should have a shot on them from here, right? I don't have to cross the door and get shot at, or do I?
Well, I remember you had a line of sight thing on that over that counter. I don't know. You have run and gun up.
Yup. But let's see. What's my... A 77 on him and a 73 on him. I should get rid of the guy who's in the zone.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Thank you. Phew. It always worries me when it doesn't
Yeah.
shift into the camera, but it doesn't do that all the time. So there's that nice little bit of suspense.
Yes, that's intentional.
All right. Good.
Guns dry.
And I guess
Gonna go for the partial and.
no way to tell if this guy's the last one, is there?
No, not yet.
All right.
Kill him.
well,
That's a way to tell.
That's a good way to tell. Miss. Thank you. All right. Now don't miss. Only 68, huh? Well. Nice. Yeah, she's a machine.
Yeah.
That's it, Commander. The transmitter is secure.
Ooh.
Well done.
17 of them. Jeez,
Yeah.
I was not expecting that many of them. I gotta say, that was a lot of Exalt.
Well played, sir.
But well, poorly played apparently.
At least in that respect, maybe. But so the squad you have is about appropriately geared for a class. So this was on normal difficulty, but the gear you have is more appropriate for a classic initial confrontation with Exalt, because on classic Exalt can show up a little earlier. So you wouldn't expect all of your guys to have all lasers and all carapace. In this case, you have all lasers and part carapace. And then, in addition, this playthrough, you didn't have any mechs.
Right.
You had only basic gene mods. The idea being maybe you didn't do as many autopsies as perhaps would have been good. And your soldiers were a little underranked.
Right.
Or they were. This is, in other words, this is a very plausible playthrough because so people can take casualties and have underranked soldiers and so forth. But that was definitely it's definitely challenging. As the demo goes, it's definitely challenging. But it's not out of the question that you would face a situation like that, especially on classic.
And so, has there anything else changed about the global game? Are there any, or the strategy layer? Are there any changes to like how panic works or how rewards work or anything like that?
No, we didn't really change stuff like the satellite game or the rewards of taking over continents with satellites. That was something where we didn't really want to mess with it because it worked well enough in terms of supporting the overall narrative of the game and pushing towards the right conclusion. What we wanted to get to with Exalt was something that supplements the existing drive against the alien invasion, which is still the center stage battle, but something where the players... there's one of the GeneMod headlines. Something where the players can dictate the tempo more. How aggressive are you in going after cells? How aggressive are you in purchasing intel scans? Do you go out? Do you take every covert op as soon as it's available? Do you defer covert ops? Do you ignore it? Do you ignore Exalt altogether? Which is allowed. You don't have to clear Exalt in order to win the game, but it certainly makes it harder. And I feel like covert operations is something that gives your soldiers a new dimension with the covert operative selection, with the learning a new mode of combat with that soldier, and figuring out what modifications, what abilities and training and equipment are best.
So you would almost always want to have a soldier who is geared specifically for covert operations. Like you would get maybe ideally a sniper who has the pistol
As gunslinger.
skill, which that increases the damage he does with pistols. And you would probably want to use definitely want to have him use genetic augmentation, because you can't have a mech soldier do that.
Right. So mimetic skin would be good. Bioelectric skin is good as well. The regen, the health regen, is useful from adaptive bone marrow, and of course,
since he has no armor,
covert operatives are very good with muscle fiber density as well, to get them to safety quickly by jumping to roofs and stuff that they can't be followed. But on the other hand, I mean, you can imagine how helpful having a covert operative with lightning reflexes would be, or with tactical sense. So assaults also make fine covert operatives. It's a playstyle thing, and and of course it's an availability thing. You know, if you only have one sniper on your team or two snipers, and do you want to send them into covert operations duty, which is pretty dangerous.
Now, is it a possibility that I send a guy on a covert ops mission and he just gets killed off the bat?
No, that would not be in the spirit of XCOM. XCOM, that would be a case of, hey, you made a decision and we're punishing you for it for no reason. So here we decided that the resolution of covert ops had to be in tactical, because that's where the player gets to make those decisions about whether something like that happens. And soldier death is about tactical.
Right. And are there ever situations where I would want to send two guys at once to covert operations?
You're actually not allowed.
Okay.
So that's a case where you can only send out one covert operative at a time. And in cases where there are multiple cells, you'll have to adopt a strategy. You'll have to you'll have to pick which cell you want to go after the most, and then you'll have to maybe buy intel scans to make sure that the other cells remain exposed and thus unable to conduct operations against you.
So once I run a scan, will they become hidden eventually?
They will, but they won't conduct operations while they're exposed.
Okay.
So as long as they're exposed, you're safe from them. And intel scans are the way you do that, but of course intel scans can get expensive. They start out at a base price, but then they will go up in price. They'll go up in price thereafter.
So in general, does the presence of Exalt make panic rise faster throughout the world than it does in Enemy Unknown?
It does. It has a magnifying effect on other bad events.
So generally, in general, in Enemy Within, panic will rise faster.
Yeah, it will. It depends on, if Exalt is in places that have already left the council, for example, then, because Argentina's out of the council in this example, but in this demo, but Exalt could be in Argentina.
And could you still run a covert op against them in the?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes.
But success in that doesn't bring them back. It doesn't bring Argentina back.
No. That's more a let's stop the bleeding.
Right. So if they have a Exalt base they've got a Exalt presence in Argentina, it's magnifying the effects of alien attacks throughout all of South America.
Just in Argentina, the only the when it magnifies bad effects outside of Argentina is if Argentina has left the council. So actually, Argentina leaving the council and having an Exalt presence is arguably more dire.
Okay.
Because the idea might be that there are elements within the now potentially alien sympathizing government of Argentina that are assisting Exalt,
right?
Or possibly Exalt itself has subverted some of these institutions.
And is it possible to completely defeat Exalt?
Yes. So if you will go to your let's see. Can you back out real fast? Let's see. Did we demo this far? Hit situation room. Oh yeah. It looks like we closed the covert ops layer after this. But one of your rewards for successfully completing a covert operation is a piece of Exalt intel. This is a clue to the location of the Exalt base. Once you have 3 of them, you can start guessing, if you want, what country hosts it. So if you say, well, the clues will take the form of things like Exalt is not in Europe, or the Exalt base is not in Europe. The Exalt base is in an English-speaking country. the Exalt base is not in a country that you can play in Civilization 5. And
is that actually a
yes,
yeah,
yes,
wow.
it is. I had to.
That narrows the list down.
Not in a country. Or actually, I may have inverted it because it narrowed it too much. So maybe that it is in a country you can play in.
Yeah, because I think it's just
5.
like what, Australia and
Canada, Australia, Argentina, South Africa, and Nigeria. Maybe I think that's it.
Right.
Maybe Mexico. I don't remember.
At least until the next expansion.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're they will soon have everything.
Right.
They will have all the civs. And so if you say, so you'll have this array of clues, and you'll say, okay, well, I know that it could be one of these 5 countries. I think it's France. You accuse France. You initiate a raid in France. Well, if you guessed wrong, then France leaves.
Oh, wow.
If you don't guess wrong, then of course you can attack the Exalt headquarters.
So France just leaves outright, and
Yes.
there's no mission there. There's no
Correct. France just you guessed wrong. France will leave. Now, if you want to, you can continue to perform covert ops until you have enough clues to narrow it down to one country. In which case, you're guaranteed to be right. That's up to you,
right
as the player. We only restrict guessing at 3 clues.
So you have to have 3 clues before you can raid.
Correct.
Okay.
But the quality of those clues may vary from game to game, and so 3 clues may eliminate 5 countries, or it may eliminate 10 countries, and so the problem you face might be different.
Now, have you done anything additional with the council missions?
Yeah, we have. So we've included Operation Progeny, which is a new set of side council missions that is a little. It's like Operation Slingshot. It's a set of. It's sort of a subplot that you can turn on or off in your game options and in your game start options. And if you choose to play it, then I think you'll get the first mission in April, and then the rest come at interesting places. The other 2 come at interesting places, and that one is that's a lot of fun. It's on some great levels, and it was originally going to be a DLC release. And when we decided to put it in the expansion, we decided to put it to sort of unravel it a bit and tighten up and weave it into the Enemy Within idea. Right, so it became part of Enemy Within. It's much less standalone than it used to be. Although, of course, it's like I said, it's still optional. But I'm really happy with what we ended up being able to do with Operation Progeny and getting it to be really a part of this expansion.
Is there anything you can tell me about what the overall gist of that one is?
Yeah, absolutely. So, what's happened is a character. What's happened is a young woman from France named Annette is a prisoner. She's sort of on the run. And then she finally goes to the government of France and asks for sanctuary, and so France agrees, seeing that any asset might be helpful in fighting the aliens. But she is stolen from custody by Exalt, and it turns out she has a very unique power. She has a very unique ability, something that is very rare and will help, could prove a big difference for whoever ends up in control of her. And the player, the XCOM and Exalt and the aliens all have a certain interaction with Annette and with her fate. And so the first mission is about figuring out what happened. You'll come in contact with the remnants of an Exalt attack force that took control of Annette, and from there you'll have to figure out. You'll have to experience what Annette ends up doing and what Annette ends up able to do, both for you and for the enemy.
Does she become part of your an actual soldier you can control?
If you play your cards right.
All right, well, that sounds interesting. And so with Exalt, will there ever be missions where there are Exalt soldiers and aliens on the same map?
No. Exalt doesn't work with the aliens. Exalt tries to steer clear of the aliens, and the aliens don't care about Exalt. Exalt doesn't want the alien. Exalt thinks what the aliens are doing is good. They want humanity to be genetically perfected. They don't care how many must die for that to happen. they want XCOM. They see XCOM as an obstacle to this, and that is, they see XCOM as an obstacle to everything that they want. XCOM is blocking the way for the aliens' success in that genetic perfection project. XCOM is also limiting Exalt's access to the alien artifacts that Exalt sees as key to the power that it will assume once the aliens have gone.
So I noticed on that map there was no meld.
That's right. On Covert Ops, there's no meld primarily because, well, narratively, I mean, first of all, meld is something that the aliens are using to experiment on humans. So the aliens aren't here, so there's no meld. But another reason is that, and from a game design point of view, we didn't want to give too many things to worry about in one map. Did you feel like that was a little bit too? I mean, you didn't have enough to worry about in that map?
No, there was plenty. I was just I've been looking forward to seeing how meld actually works in here.
Oh, well, yeah. With meld, because meld is another object that it's another kind of battlefield feature that has some significance, and the collection of it has another timer on it. Having a lot of time, having so many countdowns on one map wouldn't really make sense. But and you didn't have a chance to play the farm map, I guess.
No,
that's too bad. Meld was on that.
Okay. that was at PAX.
That was at PAX and at Gamescom.
Right.
Yeah,
I missed those. But
yeah, I think the farm map is definitely one of my favorites. It harkens back to the original very nicely.
Right. Yeah, a lot of missions on farms.
Yes. We don't have that many, but but we needed to have at least one.
And are there any other sweeping changes to or any minor changes even to the strategy layer that you haven't covered yet?
Well, no. I mean, Meld of course has its own resource management element to it, and then Exalt, because of the way Exalt can target you. We talked about propaganda and sabotage and research hack. All of this has some counterplay to it. Propaganda, of course, will affect your mission selection. Sabotage you can counteract to a certain extent by maintaining low cash reserves. And research hack, you can build laboratories. Laboratories now also provide a guard against research hack.
Oh, okay.
So each lab you build will reduce the effectiveness of research hack ops. And with the selection of Covert Ops and the selection of Covert Ops and with the new gameplay that Exalt represents, the sort of free play, like you mentioned a little bit, like the alien-based mechanic from the original game, that was a pretty big piece to add to strategy, and so we were very pleased to be able to get it working. Have
you decided whether they're going, or can you say whether there's going to be an XCOM-based defense mission?
I'm looking forward to talking about that at some time. That's an interesting question. It's certainly so. Enemy Within is a great theme because it has so many different dimensions to it, right? At Gamescom and at PAX, and with you earlier, we talked about the meld, cybernetics and genetics taking the enemy's technology into your body. Right? The enemy is within us physically. Here, the enemy is now we have a much more explicit enemy within. Right? Exalt is a subversive force that you hadn't ever had to deal with before. They're an enemy within humanity. So we have lots of ways that enemy within is carried through as a theme.
So there may be another way that an enemy is within something, is what you're saying.
There are lots of ways that theme can be realized.
All right. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to walk me through all that. There's a lot of changes to process there. I'm also very, very much looking forward to seeing all the new second wave options you have at some point.
Yeah. Did we talk about training roulette? The random
you did
classes?
tell me about that before. Yeah, where you get where a class gets their defining ability, but then can also get nearly any other ability from any class.
Basically, any ability that's not linked to a primary weapon, because primary weapons in XCOM are class locked.
Right.
And any ability that's not strictly linked to one of those is fair game for random pull. So,
right. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to playing around with that.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
that's a lot of fun.
But and so it comes out on November 17th.
November 12th.
November 12th. That's right. Okay, that's right. It's before
5 days
the new
sooner
consoles.
than you thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, that's right. So November 12th. That's right. It's 11, 12, 13.
Yes, 11, 12, 13 on PC, Mac, Xbox 360, and PlayStation 3.
Great. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.